All right, so question 2. We actually have 2 questions, but we sort of link them together because they're along the same theme. So the first one's from James. It says, "Hi Damo, hope you're well. What are your thoughts on support slots to build an audience? How do you get them? How can you get on the radar of bigger acts? Or is it another case of get them to come to you?" And then the second question's from Glynn, who's asked, "What advice would you give to an artist wanting to get on the back of larger artist tours? And do you think if you did this, it'd be beneficial to the smaller artists?"
Okay, so both of this is about getting onto sort of larger bands tours to be able to collab with bigger artists. And both questions are very similar, so we put them both together. And my thoughts are, if you can do it, absolutely, why wouldn't you want to go on tour? It's how, the second part of the question, how we're going to do that. How are we going to get onto these larger tours? And as James said, is it a case of getting them come to you? Probably not, no.
Yeah.
That would be nice if we just say, we're going to build and build and build and tell the artist, say, wow, this is an up and coming band, we're coming for you. But cutting through the noise is difficult. So you have options. This, to me, is all about leverage. What is it that you can do for a larger artist to get them to take you on? And as a lot of you are aware, there are a lot of buy-ons where you just say, look, money is key in the music industry. People don't buy music, so the amount of money that comes in from actual physical music sales has gone down and dwindling. So people are looking around at monetizing something else, at monetizing their influence. And that's what this is. This is just influencer marketing. So if you are a band that goes out and plays in a 1,000 capacity venue and fills it up over 4 weeks, then they've got influence. Just the same as someone who's on Instagram, who's got 1 million Instagram followers, has influence. If you can get on tour with someone else's band, you are basically getting in front of people and effectively being endorsed by another band who are further ahead than you. So in which case, if you think of it like that, it's going to be hard because they have got something that you want, so you're going to have to leverage that, and money is going to be a way. So you can do buy-on tours with a lot of bands where you just say, look, how much is it going to cost for us to come on tour with you? And then you are spreading certain costs of the tour. Obviously, a lot of bands are going, well, I haven't got it. Okay, so in which case, what have you got? And so then it's like, it comes down to, have you got things like a really decent audience? Can you sell a certain amount of tickets? If for example, Good sneeze.
So hard not to.
If you look at a band like, Foo Fighters coming across and getting Royal Blood to support, so Royal Blood can do their own big headlining tours. They might not be able to do as big as Foo Fighters, but they are doing big headlines. But you put those two together and you go, wow, what a show that's going to be. And you're definitely going to get people that will go, I'd like to go and see the Foo Fighters. I might have seen them a couple of times, but I'd like to go and see the Foo Fighters. Oh, Royal Blood is supporting. Oh my God, how sick would that be? We get to see both of them at the same time. That's a real sale.
Yeah.
So there's the leverage. Royal Blood is saying, well, we're not as big as you, but we can definitely drag people into this gig and make it A, an amazing experience, and B, sell more tickets. Possibly even put the ticket price up a little bit. I know this is very, very capitalistic, but possibly even put the ticket price up a little bit and cover all the costs of having a band like that with them. So the leverage becomes very important. What is it that you've got? And most bands aren't on the level to be able to do that. And most bands are thinking of it as just the music.
Yeah.
And it isn't, because we are living in now where if it was you, for example, because everyone goes, yeah, but if it was me, well, I do the right thing. Well, yeah, but when you get there and you're skint and you're thinking about how to finance this, like you are right now with your band, and you've got leverage, if you're going out and every time you do a gig in your local community and you're bringing 100 people and there's a brand spanking new band that comes along and says, we could probably bring another 5 people, you're thinking, I'm doing you a favour. So are you going to do that if 5 bands come along and just say, do us a favour? You're going to go, well, I can't take all of you on, I'm going to have to take one. You're going to look around for which is the best thing for you, because we live in a selfish world. You want the best thing for you. So it all comes down to leverage. It's not just as simple as going to a booking agent. Everybody wants a booking agent, but there's this many bands trying to get on booking agents, and there's this many booking agents. They can't physically represent everybody. So until that point, you have to get the momentum going until it clicks, and at that point, people are then coming to you. So is it a case of getting people to come to you? A little bit, but what it actually is a case of leverage. So it might be that you have to buy onto smaller tours and not look to these massive jumps. It might be that you're looking at, if you can bring 100 people to a local venue, that you're actually looking at who's coming down and actually being able to take that audience to a slightly bigger band who's on tour. Or if you actually want to go on an actual tour, it might be a case of saying, look, we're going to have to save up. You might have to save up $5,000 and put that money into getting on a tour for 5 to 10 dates, however long the tour's going to be, in order for you to get in front of that audience. Audience is now the key thing. That's why we're doing this. That's why this social media channel is so important, because audience is the key. Reach is the key. It's all very well. People just say, nah man, it's just about the music. It's not anymore. Like, this is the thing. It's not just about the music, because you can write the greatest song that's ever been written, and unless people hear about it and spread the word, unless they do that, it will just sit in your archives. So it's got to be about distribution as well as great talent. It has to be both. And so in this instance, audience is key, and getting in front of people, it costs money, or if not, some way of bartering. If I can get in front of you. So, that's why this is important, because I get to do stuff like this and promote someone like Ollie, and he gets that for free. But, try doing that. Try doing that on blogs and vlogs all the time. It's difficult. It's really hard. So people want money for that stuff. It's really bad. So if you haven't got money, you have to have leverage. And if you haven't got leverage, you've got to find your tipping point. And your tipping point might be, I can't buy onto a big tour because I haven't got the money, so I'm going to have to go on to a smallish tour and say to a band, what we'll do is, we can't bring lots of people, but what we can do is we'll tour manage your band, or we'll come and be we'll actually be the road crew to save you money, but our band gets to do something. That's leverage. That's saying, this is what we can do for you. And if you said, what we'll do is we'll tech for your band, we'll drive you to the places in a van, we'll hire the van so you don't have to do it. So we'll do all of the donkey work, but we get to do a 20-minute slot before you play. Then, it might be worthwhile for some bands to go, that makes our lives a lot easier.
It sort of comes down to collaboration again.
Absolutely, yeah. What can you bring? If you say, look, you're a bigger band than us, what about if we put on the tour, we do the promotion, we talk to the venues, we'll do all that crappy stuff that you don't want to do, we'll do all that for you, but we get to come with you. It's finding your strength and skill set that you can leverage onto something if you don't have the money. But the fastest way is just show me the money.